between now and the end of the year, and then in the next few years. How high could gold and silver go? All right, guys? And how much you should own. And how much silver to buy a house. We're going to be talking about all that. So, guys, we'll let a few people join up. Let YouTube do its thing like it always does. Never lets us down. And we will also go over some of the gold stocks. Some of the best stocks that you guys need to own. Number one, gold and silver channel. All right, come on, guys. Let's go. We got to get a few viewers in here. And we'll check out the markets as well. We are in a very special time for the stock market, okay, and crypto. I believe that cryptocurrency is in a final shakeout. So there's no telling how far down it's going to go, but I don't think crypto is going to go that much lower, okay? They're not going to want to destroy the charts. They don't want to destroy everybody's morale, so they never touch Bitcoin again. No. Bitcoin is going to go down a little bit more, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe we're at the bottom right now. But then it's going to reverse. And you'll say, everyone's going to say, yep, that was the shakeout. Just like the stock market. All right, guys. Yes, the stock market. Let's see where we're at today. I think the markets are down. So the S&P 500 is up 2 points. The Dow is down 54. And the NASDAQ is down 15. And, of course, we all know that the Dow is controlled by a very select few number of stocks now that get all the attention. But anyways, so we've got oil is actually down. Gold is up a little bit today. Not much. But we do have Realbotix stock. Realbotix is at 36 cents right now. I think Realbotix is going to be the real winner. Probably even perform better than gold and silver. Okay? The ticker symbol for that is XBOTF. Realbotix. I own, I think, about 10,000 shares of this by now. So that's one you got to load up on, guys. Realbotix. Bringing you guys the best stocks every day so you guys can become rich. All right? We see Tesla was really dropping and then it just rocketed back up. DJT stock is down to 1651. Some of the cannabis stocks are down today. And the main cannabis ETF is down $1.35. That's MSOX. That's the number one leveraged cannabis ETF, MSOX. So you're going to want to write that one down. So we've got Stellar Lumens is down. XRP is down to 283 today. XRP is really dropping, guys. So with gold and silver not really performing that well today, gold and silver have been doing quite well. So when you get one day that's like not that good, the gold stocks and silver stocks, they're basically all down a little bit, fractionally. Gold is actually up $12.30. But the bad thing is silver has dropped. Silver's all the way down to $46.44. It's all the way down to 46. I'll probably never say that again. And I was thinking with silver and gold, you know, people are thinking, oh, I still have time to buy silver. I still have time. Well, let me tell you, you might never see $46 an ounce silver ever again. Okay? You're probably never going to see $30 an ounce silver. You might never see 46. We could get a big gap up because the COMEX has a failure to deliver the metal. Silver could go from $50 up to $100 just in one day. And you think, oh, I'm going to be able to buy. I got time. No, we could have a failure to deliver. And then you're not going to have any more time to buy silver. You're not going to be able to get any silver. You're going to have to pay well over $100 an ounce for it if we have a failure to deliver. And we might do that because the metal in the COMEX is draining out. There's not a lot of silver left, guys. This is actually like a very serious freaking deal. It's a very serious short squeeze right now in silver. Very big deal, okay? So there's such a small amount of silver that it is likely that there's going to be a failure to deliver, and the price is going to jump. It's going to jump rapidly. It's going to jump quick. Once the whole world knows that there was a failure to deliver, yeah, silver could jump to 120 in one night. Just all of a sudden, boop, you wake up and it's like, oh, silver's 120? Okay, maybe I should sell a little bit. No, that's when you should probably buy more, okay? Nice mohawk. Nice. Thank you. The chain's nice. I know that. Guys, we're talking about gold and silver. What's going to happen with the price of silver? Is there going to be a failure to deliver on the COMEX? That means that entities that are contracted to receive silver, they won't get it. That's what it means. It's like they're saying, there's no more silver left. The price of silver is going to skyrocket, guys. I think this is coming. I think it could happen. So that's my prediction for silver, is I think we could jump very quickly. We could jump very fast, all the way up to $100 an ounce. And the price of silver, it could go up to 160. Could go to 160 very quick. Worst case scenario, I think we go up to about 60 or 70 bucks, and then silver will sell off. And then it'll still go back up to 160, 200. Best case scenario is we just go right up to 160, 200, somewhere's in there. That's the best case. So I don't know which case it's going to be, but we know silver's going way higher. So why not buy some silver? Okay, guys, you got to learn. Stop living paycheck to paycheck and invest your money in silver. Okay? So, in UK, supplies are delayed first time it's happened. Supplies are delayed? What do you mean by that? Like silver? But why silver, not copper or gold? Because silver goes up the most. That's why. Gold always leads the way, but then silver always accelerates and goes up at a higher percentage. Silver goes up at a faster rate once it gets going. So why silver? Silver is just better for making money. Silver is better to make money. Gold's better for reliability, long-term wealth preservation. But I like silver to get rich quick, you know? And to get rich quick, you got to get silver options on silver mining stocks. I teach you guys how to do this on my Patreon, okay? It's $10 a month. So let's go. But also, I do like copper. Here, watch this. Don't go anywhere. This is all copper. I got more of these than you can count. I've been loading up on copper for years. Years. All right, buddy? And also gold. I believe in gold too. But silver is the best. Silver is always the best. Okay? For making money, for making fast money. You see how fast it's moving now. Watch it go up to 70. Watch how fast silver hits 70. And in that time, gold's only going to hit like 42, 4,400. Silver is going to go like this. Here's silver, and here's gold. That's what's about to start happening. Okay. Where do I buy online? It's delayed, so more people buying and supplies are selling fast. Oh, a lot of website. He says that a lot of companies are selling out of their silver. Yes, I would imagine buying could be starting up now. Everybody was selling silver when it was in the 30s. Remember that? Everyone was going to sell their silver. Now they're going to be buying. I told you, the sheep will sell early, and then they will come back and pay too much. That's exactly how it goes. You do not want to be the sheep. If you guys don't want to be the sheep, you want to become the wolf. Hit that subscribe button right now. So where do you buy online? I buy from Provident Metals. You ever heard of it? Provident Metals. It is the best online retailer for silver and gold and platinum. It's the best because they got the best prices and they got a good selection. Okay? You can go to find websites that have a bigger selection, but not that much bigger. And Provident Metals has the great prices, okay? Really, really good prices. And the more you buy, the better deal you can get too. And they also have specials sometimes too, where if you only want to buy a couple things, you still get a great deal. So Provident Metals is the #1 silver supplier in my opinion. So check them out, Provident Metals, all right? Provident Metals, okay? So silver is actually inching higher right now, $46.46. Let's go, silver. 46.46, let's go. I can't wait. Let's go. Yo, guys, what's up? Where do I buy? Yes, I don't know. Guys, thanks for being there. Thanks for supporting me on this channel. Thank you to the Patreon members. We lost a lot of Patreon members lately. We went from 9 down to 6. We got 6 Patreon members, but we should be getting more because I have made a prediction, which was that gold was going to skyrocket. And I gave you guys a list of all the best gold stocks, and they're all skyrocketing. But all the members are leaving. I think that the Patreon members just got my list and then they left. So yes, you can do that, but I definitely frown upon it. You can literally join my Patreon, give me my $10, take my whole list, write them all down, and leave. I definitely frown upon that. I don't want people to do that. But you can. It's just, I just don't want you to, okay? Because that's not fair for me. Because there's going to be bigger and bigger plays coming, guys. Bigger and bigger plays. Let's go. Let's go. Good. Good. So, guys, we're not getting enough subscribers. What the heck? Gold's up $12.60, guys. Whoo! $12.60. So, it's okay if gold is going to go sideways for a little bit again, you know. Because when gold or silver, when they start going sideways again, it'll kind of get us out of that overbought condition. Because gold, it's overbought right now. A little bit, you know, it's been going straight up. And silver is overbought. So that will technically get us out of the overbought condition if we can just trend sideways. And then it'll be getting ready for the next blast off. That's what's been happening this whole time. Gold, it moves up and then it just levels off gets out of that overbought condition, investors go, okay, now it's a great time. Let's get it. Let's get it. Boom. And gold just keeps doing this. Stair-stepping in a stair-stepping pattern. And it's extremely bullish, okay? You guys got to understand, gold and silver are in a bull market, and they're going to continue to be that way until they give us a sign that they're not. Until they give us that sign, it would behoove you to continue to invest. Gold and silver mining stocks, talking about stocks like Barrick Gold, okay? If you want my full stock list, you got to join my Patreon. It's only $10. It's the best deal. It's the best deal on the internet, you know? It literally is. But you got to have money to make money. If you can't invest any money, you're not going to get anything in return. You're not going to get anything back. Okay, guys? So you got to get out of this rat race, living paycheck to paycheck. You got to get out of that. Okay? Stop living paycheck to paycheck, which means you're going to have to do what you have to do. You're going to have to suck it up. Maybe your car payment is $700. You got to stop doing that. Okay? I know somebody that had a really expensive car payment. They got out of that car, and then they got a cheaper car that cost $9,000. It's a really nice Honda. It's a beauty. It's got the V6. And I've had I had a Saturn with a Honda V6, and that was really a nice car. So anytime you can sell like a Kia and get into an old Honda, you're doing good. Because an old Honda is more reliable than a brand new, well, pretty much any brand new car. You guys can see it. I don't have to make anything up or lie. New cars are all junk. They're all garbage. Basically. This is well known. Everybody knows it now. The videos are out, you know. The engines, the transmissions, they're all junk. Car manufacturers are getting so greedy. They just care about money. They don't care about you and me. Okay? They don't. So, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, guys. If you're into gold and silver, let's go. So Bitcoin today, let's check out the Bitcoin. 113. It's up to 113,497. So it's bouncing off the bottom, I think, you know. Bitcoin, it's looking negative, but that's what it always does. See, here's Bitcoin. This one was actually higher, but now we're setting a lower high. And this one, we don't really know if this is going to be a lower high or not. But this is a bad channel to be in. However, Bitcoin always goes into these channels, and then it breaks out of them, okay? So it's much like Bitcoin is kind of moving somewhat like gold. Moves up and then sideways, you know, shoots up again. Except gold's going like this. Bitcoin's going like this. It's a lot weaker. Bitcoin looks a lot weaker right now. A lot of people think that Bitcoin's getting toppy. It's getting to the end of the bull market. But I think this is just a shakeout, okay? Maybe it's the disbelief period. People don't believe that Bitcoin's still in a bull market. You know, it's disbelief. It's a shakeout. It's fear, people wanting to take profits. It's a combination of things. Manipulation as well. And I think Bitcoin's just in a shakeout. I think we're going to go a lot higher because of the interest rates. When the interest rates come down, dollar's going to get weaker. When the dollar gets weaker, everything goes higher. Mainly gold and silver are going to lead the way, which they are, and they should be. Gold and silver should lead the way. And then Bitcoin and the stock market should start to go a little bit higher and should really top out here in the next number of months. So we should go into that final melt up. We should see the metals go even higher, and we should see Bitcoin go up to at least 160, 170. I mean, come on. We're going into the very end, the most bullish part, right after the final shakeout. So Bitcoin should go up to at least 160, maybe 175,000. And it could go as high as 200 and something thousand. And then the stock market, of course, should keep on going higher as well. And let's just check out TeraWulf, one of my all-time favorite stocks. It's 11.49, so it's staying under that elusive $12 range. I really think it's going up to 15, maybe even 25. That's TeraWulf, WULF. All right, guys. Okay. Got to stay hydrated. So yeah, Bitcoin's moving up a little bit right now, so we'll see if it's going to push through. I mean, most likely it's going to confuse a lot of people. I think most people think Bitcoin's going down because that's the narrative right now. I see the Crypto Visor, multiple channels. They're all saying that Bitcoin's going to be going down. I think these people are very confused about the current Bitcoin halving cycle that we are in. They're very confused. They don't know that we never actually had altcoin season. A lot of people think we had altcoin season because the altcoins did go up a little bit, but it was very weak. Okay, let me tell you something. After the Bitcoin halving and after altcoin season, the crypto market was capped. So altcoin season could only go so high because the interest rates were so high. Remember last time in 2021, after the Bitcoin halving, interest rates were low. That's why, yeah, Bitcoin was able to surge because we had low rates under Donald Trump. Now we have high interest rates under Donald Trump as well. So we got high interest rates. That's why true altcoin season, it never happened yet. But I believe that the season, it just got extended. It just got extended. And when the interest rates do come down now, that's when full altcoin season is going to start. And we should get a rate cut, another interest rate cut coming up. But we got to get more than a 0.25. We got to get like a 0.5, 0.75. So I really do believe that Bitcoin is going to go higher in the next 2, 3, 4 months. But if that's going to happen, we got to get those interest rates lower, okay? So we're seeing that the Federal Reserve is changing. Trump fired someone from the Fed and brought someone else in. So it all looks like they're setting things up so that they can lower the interest rates. And I think even Jerome Powell now says that the Fed is changing their policy. They want to have lower interest rates, okay? So this is very, very bullish, very good for, well, it's really good for gold, but you got to have gold. But it's good for Bitcoin and altcoins as well. Yeah. If you don't have gold, you're just crazy. You got to own some gold and silver. Thanks for the comments. Don't know what that means, but you got to have gold and silver, okay, guys? Gold, gold, gold. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Let's go. Subscribe. Bringing you guys the best stocks and the best cryptocurrencies. Speaking of crypto, internet computers way down. Shiba Inu is way down. Like I said, guys, this is the shakeout. It's a shakeout. It looks bad. I'm telling you, it's good. You want to buy the dips, okay? Buy the dips. Let's go. Buy those dips. Buy those dips, guys. Gold and silver. But yeah, Shiba Inu today is down. Well, it's actually up 2.3%, but that's really not. It seems like it's flatlined. I think Shiba Inu is just flat. It's flat and it's dead. Ooh, gold's moving up a little bit higher now. Gold is up $15.10. Guys, we're moving. We're moving. Let's go gold. Gold, gold, gold. Let's go, guys. Yeah, gold. Let's go. Come on. Silver, 46.54. So silver, it wants to run. It wants to go. We'll just have to wait and see. But let's check out some other commodities. All right. Yeah, guys. Let's check out the price of oil. Oil is moving down. It's down. This is good. This is good. Whenever a high quality asset goes down, this is good. Okay. If you see the oil's going down, buy more oil. If you see Bitcoin goes down, buy more Bitcoin. Okay, guys? I'm giving you the keys to the candy store, the keys to the Lamborghini. This is easy stuff. Whenever you see something that's down, you buy more. That goes against human psychology, though, okay? When you see something that's going down, you want to sell it. You got to train yourself to do the opposite many times of what your own psychology is telling you to do, okay? A lot of the times your gut feeling can be wrong, okay? It looks like your head is gleaming light. Can you see it on your side? I don't know. Yeah, a little bit. Thanks for that. We're gleaming a little bit of light because of the window. So yeah, today it's just another boring day.
Hello, Moto.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Good afternoon. My name is Susan. I'm reaching out because Medicare just launched.
Automated call. What was I going to say, guys? Okay, yeah. Just another boring day. But we have to remember to stay vigilant, stay vigilant, and stay focused, okay? Getting rich is a slow process, Norman. It's a very slow process. It can take as long as 3 years, 10 years, or even more. Even if you do keep your focus, it can literally take 5 to 10 years to get rich. Okay. I'm in like in year number 3, and it takes time, but the more you focus and on your money, it's going to grow slower, and your wealth is going to go like this. After you make the first 50,000, it starts to get easier. And once you get 100 grand, it gets even easier. And it just gets, you get better and better at it, at making money. And then the money just comes easier. You get better at investing. So just on boring days like this, you know, not a lot to do. It's just important to you got to keep focused. Okay. You know, you want to stay home. You want to work out. You want to read. You don't need to be going out partying. But yeah, it's just another boring day. It's a sideways consolidation day for the metals. Basically, gold and silver are kind of consolidating a little bit, which means they're not really moving very much. Bitcoin, it's doing absolutely nothing. So it's incredibly boring for me, okay? Because some of my options plays are just not doing anything today, and the markets are just, it's just dead today. But on days like this, you know, you just got to focus on something else. So I'm going to go do a good workout soon. And cleaning. Got to focus on cleaning. $3:00. It's about 3. 3:00. Stock's doing nothing. I got no work today. Absolutely nothing. So we're trying to get more subscribers today. So far, we have 3,468 subscribers. 3,468. So we're almost to that elusive 3,500 mark. 3,500. So the profits I made now, do I enjoy it or put it in the bear market? Put your profits in the bear market? You mean when the market drops? When we go into a bear market? Well, depends what you've made your profits in. For gold and silver, they're still going higher. It's just a sideways consolidation for today. It's just a boring day today. So I'm not selling any of my silver positions right now or gold positions. None. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not selling any of my stocks or precious metals. Definitely not selling this. Because I think we got a long ways to go. I told you, dude. I told you, Norman Ellison. We're probably in a 10 or a 12-year gold bull market. Gold and silver, it just started. It just started, bro. We're going to go for a lot more years. So we got years of growth for gold and silver stocks. Like literal years. We're going to be making money for years. Okay? And when you buy these stocks too, Norman, like let's say you want to get into Petro Brazil with me, PBR. This is a dividend stock, Petro Brazil, that's going to give you income for the rest of your life. The rest of your natural life. Petro Brazil will pay you. You just have to buy the stock. Okay? That's all you have to do is buy the stock. And they're going to pay you at least 10% a year until you're dead. You know how good that is? And so many people, they don't buy this stuff. They don't buy these stocks. You can buy Petro Brazil, make your dividends, reinvest those dividends, and it's just going to snowball, and you're going to be freaking rich. And you're going to make your kids rich. You know? And it just takes time. It's a process. It's a process, dude. Making money is a process. Remember, we have our get rich slow strategy, which is we have to buy dividend paying stocks. This is my own strategy that I invented. And no one's doing this. This is the perfect strategy. Okay? You got to have a simultaneous strategies. So at the same time you have a get-rich-slow strategy, we also have a get-rich-quick strategy. We also have a get-rich-medium strategy, okay? So the bulk should be your get-rich-slow and get-rich-medium. Then I believe you should invest at about 10 to 15% into get-rich-quick schemes, such as options. 10 to 15% into get-rich-quick options, okay? And the bulk of your money that you make should be in safer, slower moving stuff that's guaranteed. Okay? This is the perfect strategy. I've invented the perfect strategy. So how do you know what investment qualifies as a get-rich-slow or a get-rich-quick? Option calls are always get-rich-quick. Okay? Get-rich-slow strategies are dividend reinvestment strategies. So you want to buy a lot of dividend-paying stocks. How do you know what is a get-rich-medium strategy? Mediocre. Individual stocks, okay, that are smaller market cap, slightly higher risk. They're not making billions. They're only making millions, you know. So you got to combine all three different categories of stocks, of investment styles, okay? You can even consider an ETF a get-rich-quick strategy if it is a leveraged ETF, because AGQ is leveraged. That's the silver ETF. Okay? You should know this by now. AGQ is the silver ETF. You could say that that's a get-rich-quick strategy because it's leveraged. But I consider it a get-rich-medium strategy. It is leveraged, but it's not as highly leveraged as options. Okay? So like I said, you got to have some stocks that are get-rich-slow. These are going to be guaranteed. You're going to be a millionaire in 25 years. You got to have some stocks that are get rich quick, meaning you can make 10 grand in the next 3 months, or you can make 50 grand in the next year and a half, 2 years. Because you get the right options with the right expiration date. That's a get rich quick. Okay. So like I have option calls on McEwen Mining. That's get rich quick. Okay. Because my options will expire in about a year and a half. If I can make 50 grand in a year and a half, I consider that get rich quick. That's one of my get rich quick plays. Okay? You starting to see what I mean? Options are for getting rich quick. Dividend stocks are for getting rich slow. You have to do both. Because what if one fails? What if one fails? What if all your investments for getting rich quick, you all pick wrong? You pick the wrong investments. Oh boy. Wait, you still got the bulk of your money invested into high quality dividend paying stocks that are going to snowball because you're going to reinvest those dividends. That's not going to fail. That will not fail. Okay? So you got to have a get rich quick and a get rich slow. I'm telling you, I invented this strategy. It's the perfect way to build a portfolio. It really is. I've thought about it for years. You got to try to get rich quick and get rich slow at the same exact time. Okay? It's the best strategy. It really is. Because it cannot fail. It cannot fail. You could fail by picking really, really, really bad stocks. But you're not subscribed to my Patreon to get into bad stocks. You pay me $10 to get the good stocks. Okay? How much do options cost? How much do options cost? So, you can pay anywhere from pennies to hundreds of dollars. Okay? Options are cheaper if you get an expiration date that, or if you buy options that are out of the money, you can get a way better deal. Okay? Meaning that if the stock is $3 and you're going to buy options with a strike price of 10, you're going to get a really good deal because it's not likely that it'll go from 3 all the way to 10. You're going to get them real cheap. But what if you know something that the market doesn't know? What if you know something's going to happen? Then you can get them cheap, and then when the stock goes up, you're going to get rich, you know? You know, like when I bought my options on TSLL, I had to pay $100 a piece, $100 a piece. And I sold them for $1,000 a piece, $1,000 each. So I made 10x on my options on TSLL. So it's going to vary. The price is going to vary. You can get options for the same stock, depending on your expiration date and your strike price, some are very cheap and some are very expensive. Okay. So the key thing you want to know with options, you want to buy options for a stock that you really, really believe in. And you have to get an expiration date that gives you plenty of time. When the expiration date's done, those options are not worth any money anymore. They're gone. They're done. If you don't sell it before the options expire, you will lose all of your money. Okay? So if you're invested in me with a stock and you think it's in 1 year, it's going to skyrocket, but you get an expiration date for 6 months, that means it's going to expire. You're going to lose your money, and then 6 more months, then it's going to go up. And you're like, oh, I wish. That's why you have to get an expiration date that's longer. Okay. So if you have a stock, you think it's going to skyrocket in 8 months, get an expiration date that's 1 year away. That means it gives you an extra 4 months more than you think. Okay. So that means it's giving you extra time, but you're also paying a little bit more money for that extra time. But that's not that important. Just remember, with options, everything has a balance. Okay. You want to find a perfect balance, something that gets you in at a good price and gives you lots of time. You're balancing ratios here. You know, you have to be good with numbers, I guess. It's not really that hard to do, though. So, like, let's say right now, First Majestic stock, it's at $12. If you buy options that are in the money, and you get a strike price of $12, that means it's the same price. You're in the money. The stock is here and the options are here. You're going to pay a lot of money. A lot of money. Okay? And if First Majestic is 12 and you buy the options for 8, you're going to pay an obscene amount of money. But if First Majestic is 12 and you buy option calls for 15, you're going to get a better deal because a lot of people believe that maybe it won't go that high. And a lot of people that own First Majestic, they're willing to sell you those $15 strike price calls because they just want to get that premium. So they're going to put them out there and you're going to be able to buy them at a pretty good price. Okay? And the farther out of the money it goes, the cheaper it is. But let's say on First Majestic, it's $12. Let's say you buy option calls for 24, so double. You buy a strike price of 24. You're going to get them super, super cheap because those people that hold the First Majestic stock and they're selling you those calls, they don't think it's going to go up to $24. And even if it does, that's okay. That's okay with them because they're still going to capitalize on all that money. Even if that stock does get taken away from them, they're still going to sell it at a really good price. So even if those options do get executed on, yeah, they're going to lose all their stock, but it's a $24 price. Okay? But that's how you get the best deal. You have to buy something that's out of the money. So if the stock is 10, you want to buy calls that are up here in the $15 to $20 range. That's how you do it. I never buy them that are in the money. People that do that, they don't have any faith in their stock. Those people are stupid. People that a stock is $3, so they'll buy the $3 strike price. These people have no faith in their stock. These people are weak. They don't do the research. They don't have what it takes. Okay? So if you want to get rich, what it takes is you got to take a chance. Okay? So if a stock is $3, I'll usually buy the option calls $5, $6, or $7. That way I'm getting a really good deal because they're way out of the money. And I'm only going to buy those options on a stock that I know is going to skyrocket, such as First Majestic, Silver Corp, platinum group metals. Okay, all these kind of stocks. There's some stocks that are going to be really, really good. DJT, MUX. These are all stocks, and Tesla. These are all good stocks that you can get rich with. Okay, so that's a little bit about options. I hope you understand. If you don't, it's very complicated, but it's really not. It's really not. You don't have to be a complete expert on options to get rich. You don't. You just have to find a stock you really believe in, buy the options that are out of the money, meaning that if the stock price is $3, buy a strike price that's more than $3. You have to learn about an options chain, and you have to read it. The left side of the chain has calls. The right side has puts. You buy the puts if you think it's going to go down. And calls are for if you are bullish, if you think it's going to go higher. Okay? So how much did you put into strike? You need a better understanding here. How much time did you put it to strike in the future? Okay. That's called your expiration date. Your expiration date. So you buy options. You can get options that expire even as early as tomorrow. You can buy those for like a penny. Or you can buy options that expire after a year or a year and a half or 2 years. I always get as long as possible, okay? Right now, I think we're going to go into a bull market. I think you got to get at least 6 months. On any gold or silver stock or any stock, I think at least 4 to 6 month expiration date, okay? But if you don't know that much about options yet, just keep on learning. And if you don't feel comfortable, then don't do it. Just buy the stock, okay? Norman, so we're talking about stocks like AG, MUX, PLG, WTI, PBR. These are the stocks that I am personally loading up on. Okay, these are the best ones. These are the good ones. Petro Brazil, massive dividend. McEwen Mining, it's a gold stock. It's only $17. I think that one has the potential to go up to close to $100. It's only going for $17. I think it's going close to $100. Okay, First Majestic, that's at $12. I think that can go to $25 or even higher. Probably go to 30, 35. Okay. All these gold stocks are still good. You don't need to think about selling. I know that you're worried about, what if the price goes down? The price has already been down for so many years, dude. Gold and silver have been cheap for too long. Okay? This is like a once in a generation thing. Gold and silver, they do nothing, but when they get into this mode, when they switch gears, silver just goes absolutely crazy. Okay? You're about to witness something spectacular, dude. I don't think it is time to sell. Okay? When it's time to sell gold and silver and gold and silver stocks, I'll tell you. I'll be the first to tell you. But my job right now is just to keep you, Norman, my job is to keep you motivated. Okay? Keep you investing. That's what I've been called upon to do. Okay? It is not the time to sell. Now is the time to get excited. Okay? Everybody's scared in crypto. Now is the time not to be scared. It's the time for you to be excited. This is the time to buy crypto. This is the time to buy gold and silver stocks. Like I said, it's going to be a long bull market. Okay, I've been saying this. Gold could go to 25,000, dude. You hear what I'm saying? Legit. Gold could hit 25,000 in the next 3 years. And you're saying, oh, maybe we should sell. I really don't think so. The thing is, if you do want to sell, just sell a little bit. Okay? And I would not sell your physical silver. If you have silver coins, I would not sell any of them. Because soon, they're going to be $300 an ounce for silver, and you're going to wish you could go back in time, and you're going to say, oh, I wish I could buy it for 50. Back in the day, I used to get silver for 50. Back in my day, I got silver for $5 an ounce. Okay? I used to pay $5 for silver. No lie. In the future, it will be 300, 400, 500. You will not be able to buy silver for $50. Okay? Dude, this is not the time to be bearish. That's negative. Okay? You're negative thinking. I was like that too. I got into a mode like that where I was being negative. The more negative you are, the more negative you will become. If you start thinking, oh, I think it's going to go down, silver's going to go down, then it's going to compound and you're going to get more negative and more negative. And then all of a sudden you're just going to sell everything. You're going to start to have the fear. Yeah, it's going to go down. And that little fear you have is going to grow, and it's just going to cause you to make a mistake. Okay? It's going to make you make a mistake. Right now you got to get excited. You got to get rid of that fear. Okay, Norman? You must eliminate the fear from your vocabulary. You got to take risk. You got to get rich. Okay? You got to think risk is good. If you stay in this market with me, this is good. We have potential. We have hope. If you sell now, yeah, you'll take out a little bit of profit, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think you're going to make enough money. I think you're going to be leaving a lot on the table, okay? So how much time did you put into strike price in the future? But yeah, like I said, I already read that question, but if you're going to buy options, at least get an expiration date of 4 to 6 months, okay? 4 to 6 months. Never do those things that these kids do. They get options that expire in like a week. I would never do that. Even if it does go up, you're not going to make that much money, because you're not going to put that much money into something that's that high a risk. You know, you're going to put $100 into it and you're going to make 1,000. You know, so what? Most of the time you're going to lose that 100. Vast majority of the time you'll lose that 100. You know. Okay, guys, this has been very productive. I have hoped that I'm keeping you on the right path, Norman Ellison, because you are probably the only Patreon member that's watching us right now, and we have been losing a lot of Patreon members, okay? Now, why has it happened? I don't know. I don't care. If these people want to go, they can go. But I do believe that bigger things are coming for my channel, all right, Norman? So let's keep on getting that silver, gold, okay? Norman. And remember, Norman, we are in the stages of an incredible bull market for gold and silver. A lot of these stocks haven't even started to move yet, okay? Look at Platinum Group Metals, PLG, Platinum Group Metals. It's barely started to move. It's barely moved. A lot of the penny stocks, they go up at the end, okay? So you want to look for gold stocks that are cheap, okay? So Silvercorp Metal, that's only $6 right now. Platinum Group Metals, that's like less than $3. PLG, okay, dude, I got 850 shares of that. PLG, all right. So the other good one is GROY, Gold Royalty, GROY. That's a good one. And another good one is AEM, AEM. All right. Goro's good too, GORO. There's a lot of good stocks. Remember, AGQ too, the silver ETF, AGQ. You might be confused and say, oh, you're throwing out all these different ones. I don't know which one to buy. You know, which one should I get? Well, I would have to work with you on that. You know, you could buy a little bit of each, a little bit of each. You could put all your money into one position. You know, you could buy all Barrick Gold or all First Majestic Silver, but I spread it around, okay? I buy a little bit of this one, a little bit of this one, a little bit of this one. I buy some options on this one, some options for this one. Buy some, and then remember, oil is going to make a comeback, Norman. So you've seen everything is going to be going up because of inflation. We're going to have higher inflation. That's for sure. Because whenever they lower the interest rates, that's going to cause inflation to go up. Because there's easier to borrow money, easier to print money into existence. Okay? So gold and silver are going to go way higher. You do it way higher. Okay? So just keep on going, keep on investing. What you need to do now probably is focus on spending less money. When you go to the grocery store, start getting cheaper foods. Get some rice instead of whatever, or get some ground beef instead of some steak. You know, you still want to be healthy, but there are areas where you could spend less so you can invest more, and then you get rich quicker. Okay? You get the snowball rolling faster. And remember, dude, I already told you, you know, I believe in having multiple accounts. Okay? So you could have your stock brokerage account, which I don't know where your account is, dude. You could have Robinhood, Webull. I think you should have Charles Schwab. Okay? So you should have Charles Schwab, and you should have a brokerage account with Charles Schwab and a Roth IRA. Okay? Let me tell you, I put $50 a week in my Roth IRA. I put $200 a week in my brokerage account. And I also put about $80 a week in my 401k. And I also put $50 a week in my crypto. So I'm saving like $350 a week, dude. I'm saving like $350, $400, $425 every single week. Okay, Norman? Every week. At least $350 I save no matter what. I've convinced myself that I am going to get rich. I know it. It takes time. It's just a matter of time. Okay, Norman? What I want you to do right now is tell yourself that you are going to get rich. Okay? And when you tell yourself, say, I'm going to get rich. You have to really believe it. Keep on saying it to yourself until you fully believe it. Okay? You got to believe it. You got to have a little bit of faith in yourself. Most people preach that have faith in your belief in God. Yes. But you got to have faith in your own self-worth. Faith in what you can do. Okay, Norman? You can do a lot more than what other people think you can do. A lot of people didn't think that I could ever get to where I'm at. A lot of people thought that I was going to be dead. Okay? You can do way more. You can prove everybody wrong. All right? That's all I got to say, dude. Stay positive. None of that negative thinking. Okay, dude? None of this. Is it time to sell? No. None of that. Okay? I want bullish behavior. Time to invest. All right? Yes, Norman, a crash is coming, but I do think we will have time. I do think the elites want to pump the markets more so that they can get out before the crash happens. Okay? Before the crash happens, we should see the stock market go like this. We should see it like peak. Okay? And same thing with gold. We should see gold really like go, and silver should go like 60, 70, 80. Something like that should happen before the crash. And the good thing about stocks, gold stocks, is you can sell it just like that. Be like, oh, I think now is the signal. Let's get out. Then we get out. Okay? But we'll talk about when it's time to sell later. All right, dude, let's go. Get your workout on. Eat your healthy food. Get some jogging in. All right, guys. I'll see you soon, Norman. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a Patreon.